Hey, this is Stephen Platinum, your friend in wrestling, with Platinum versus Raw for December 21st, 2020. Last show before Christmas. Well, except for NXT and AEW Dark and AEW Dynamite. Never mind what I said before. This is our post Tables, Ladders, and Chairs edition of Raw. People are expecting to see different stuff tonight. They are suckers. It is what it is, right? We're at the Tropicana Field in St. Petersburg, Florida, with the WWE Thunderdome, right? He's there with Samoa Joe, my pick for commentator of the year, and Byron Saxton. So you know that makes me happy. They're hyping tonight's six-man street fight. Prepared to be disappointed. I would have called it the Miracle on 34th Street fight, but that would have required a knowledge about Christmas movies and a general care and thought put into the writing, which you know is not going to happen anytime soon. We're going to get Randy Orton's reaction to burning a man alive into death at the end of the pay-per-view. So that should be fun. And the stage is set up with Christmas decorations. Keeping it seasonal, dog. Do you think the WWE packages up their Christmas decorations and they're like, we'll use these next year? Or do you think they just go out and buy new Christmas stuff every year? Yeah, that's what I thought too. Not very efficient. Hey. It's Charlotte Flair. This is Flair's first Raw appearance at the Thunderdome. Pretty crazy, right? And her first Raw appearance since mid-June. Boy, has this been the longest and shortest year of all time. She hits the ring. We get the whole story of how she returned at TLC as Lana's replacement and how she and Asuka together beat Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler. Promo stuff happens. Asuka says, obviously Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler were not ready for them. A bunch of nonsense occurs. Dana Brooke and Mandy Rose show up, so apparently they're going to have a match, and Flair and Asuka are going to watch. I wonder who's winning on this one. I'm just kidding. We all know Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler are going to win, and they do. They taunt the champs from the apron. But Brooke and Rose hit them off of the apron. Oh, my gosh. So, Hurt Business got the Raw tag titles from the New Day. Hurt Business. They're bullying a staffer who's in a New Day shirt. The audacity. They put him in a Hurt Business t-shirt. I actually kind of like that. They go to commercial. We got the VIP lounge. Okay, that's what's happening this week. How did Britt Baker's weird little talk show on Dark become the best one of these kind of things that happens? It's unbelievable. Here comes the Hurt Business. It's going to be Riddle and Jeff Hardy versus MVP and Lashley for later tonight. MVP says we're going to toast it up. And Lashley goes on to say how dominant he is as well. And how there's not a man alive who can beat him for the title. They're going to do a proper picture. But then R-Truth photobombs him from behind. And here comes Eric and Titus O'Neil and Lince Dorado and Akira Tozawa. They're going to chase him around. They're all around the Christmas decorations. We see the 24/7 title chase continuing behind Riddle and Hardy as they speak from the stage. All right. Nonsense happens. Soon Randy Orton's going to react to the Firefly Inferno match. I know you're excited. We have Drew Gulak versus Angel Garza, which would be a main event nowhere. Really. Angel Garza wins, however. And he wins with a finisher, which is nice. Not a roll-up. We're going to get a Miz TV segment for later tonight with AJ Styles. Holy shit, who cares? The Miz failed to cash in. And Drew McIntyre retained. How did AJ feel when the Miz cashed in last night? He's furious. Why did he accept the invite to be on Miz TV tonight then? Because AJ wants to hear what Miz has to say for himself. All right. Miz and John Morrison are in the ring for Miz TV. So again, using half of the show to promote the other half of the show. Bad stuff. Bad stuff. They're talking about who needs to apologize to whom. They plugged the holiday street fight. And apparently they're going to take on AJ and Miz and Morrison, that is. They're going to take on Drew McIntyre, Sheamus, and Keith Lee in the biggest conglomeration of nonsense going. Okay. There's tension. AJ's holding almost back. They kind of snipe at each other. It's nonsense. They get attacked by the people that they're facing tonight because we have to do more hyping up of the other half of the show with the first half of the show. Boy. Now we get a recent thing. We're hyping Ricochet versus T-Bar because Retribution and Ricochet have had problems. My thing is, if you really want to handle this business, you send out Slapjack because Slapjack's the greatest. One of my New Year's resolution is to become the world's biggest Slapjack fan. I've decided this. I'm going to get a Slapjack website going. Slappy, I'm your pappy. That's what I'm going with right now. Maybe I'll think of better. But for now, Slappy, I'm your pappy. I'm making my kids laugh, and that's awesome. And they think I'm kidding about the Slapjack thing. Or maybe they know better. They know me pretty well. They probably know I'm pretty dead on serious about the Slapjack thing. By the way, anybody who can get me a Slapjack mask, I'm going to give you a Steven Platinum prize pack like you would not believe. But I want the equivalent or the greatness of the Slapjack mask. Who can get it to your boy the first? You're going to be rewarded, and your rewards will exceed your wildest dreams. Okay, asterisks may not actually exceed your wildest dreams. However, I will give you a prize more than worthy of what the Slapjack mask will mean to you, because it would mean so much more to me. Slapjack! Now we get T-Bar versus Ricochet in a match that nobody wants to see. Who wins? T-Bar. Why? Because he hangs out with Slapjack. Retribution hits the ring now. He stands over Ricochet, T-Bar that is. They're his allies, not his enemies. Man, Ricochet, you should join up. Because your name is Ricochet, which means things that bounce back. Which means I would get twice the Slapjack. Because Slapjack would happen, and then he would ricochet off of Ricochet, and then I would get more Slapjack. So let's make that happen. MVP and Bobby Lashley against Riddle and Jeff Hardy. That match happens. And the Hurt Business. They win because Lashley gets Hardy in the hold. You know the hold I'm talking about. The hold on his heart. Aww. It's Christmas, y'all. No, he doesn't really hold his heart. He basically gets the back of his neck. Looks painful. It's a good move. So we're back from the break. And AJ Styles, Miz, and Morrison are arguing because we got to, again, use half of the show to promote the other half of the show. Sigh. Back from the break, and Elias is in the ring with Jackson Ryker. Yeah. So he's playing some songs, and Grand Metalik and Lince Dorado are watching on. Well, now Jackson Ryker is going to have a match. My God, when's the last time he had a match? It's exciting against Grand Metalik. I assume Jackson Ryker is going to win, and he does. The sit-out choke bomb. Good for him. And after the match, he stands over Metallic, and Elias joins him. They're taunting him. Finally the feud we've been dying to see. We show a video clip package of the Inferno match. We see Orton walking backstage. Boy, that is a tired trope. Can we retire that in 2020? The walking backstage thing before we go to commercial. Boy, it's shit. Randy Orton comes to the ring. He basically says, I burned him and I liked it. And blah, blah, and the blue, blue. And then Alexa Bliss comes out and she's on a swing. And she goes, I like the Fiend and he's going to come back later. And then Bray Wyatt put up a thing on Twitter where it was him in a cocoon. This imagery is very subtle. I don't know what it means. I'm just kidding. I know what it means. The cocoon or pupa signifies change. Right, Hannibal Lecter? How right you are. Oh my God, Hannibal Lecter's with me. That's exciting. Hey, Hannibal Lecter, who's your favorite wrestler? My favorite wrestler is Slapjack, Clarice. Slapjack, slap, slap, slap. Tell me, Clarice, when Slapjack joined Retribution, did he become the greatest wrestler in the world? The answer is yes, Clarice. Dr. Lecter, Slapjack, are you sure? Slapjack, 5'10", eyes of blue, says he was in Retribution but may have lied. If I think of anything else, I'll be sure to let you know, Stephen Platinum. And by the way, love your shirts. Thanks, Hannibal Lecter. Well, Alexa Bliss lets us know some stuff, and that's it. The announcers show us that Charlotte Flair and Asuka won the tag gold. Why are they showing... What? Oh, whatever. Charlotte Flair and Asuka are taking on Peyton Royce and Lacey Evans. Two slapdash things coming together for a match. Slapdash is not the same as Slapjack, by the way. Don't forget about the mask, bro. Get one to me. This match happens in our foregone conclusion match of the night, and Charlotte Flair and Asuka win. Jackson Baszler are annoyed by them. Grrr. Flair and Asuka stand tall together. White people and Japanese people coming together. Not since my parents did the same and gave birth to our Lord Stephen Platinum. Have we been so blessed? All right. Backstage, we see Sheamus, the palest man ever. Drew McIntyre, who's got the best tan going on in wrestling right now. And Keith Lee, who's African American. So he doesn't need to worry about a tan. 3 different shades going on. It's kind of like 3 different shades of steak. We're not even going to get into that. I'm probably going to get in trouble. I'll just shut up and move on. So I'm shutting up. And now I'm moving on. Back from the break. Wow. We got Titus O'Neil teaming up with locals to give a new car to a local middle school employee. That is swell. Titus O'Neil is a great freaking dude. He has won Father of the Year awards and all this kind of stuff. And you know what's crazy is they cannot think of anything to do with this dude. You would think what they would want to do is put him in charge of public relations and quit making him wrestle, since that's where he's the weakest. But he's obviously a good dude. I think you can get a lot of leeway with him working in that kind of capacity. Yeah, just a thought. All right, on Miz TV earlier, we had a brouhaha between AJ Styles, Miz, and John Morrison. Great. So now that sets up this match. This holiday street fight, how do I put this nicely? It stunk on ice. It's a street fight where the guys didn't particularly hurt each other very badly and where they followed all the rules, just like you do in a street fight. I guess so in a way that makes sense, because even in Street Fighter, which I use as my basis for all things street fight, they they nicely acknowledge the time limits of the rounds. They do 2 out of 3 rounds, and and then they do their little taunts, hoi, yatta, and etc. So that's good. But what I want to know is, if you're going to have a Miracle on 34th Street fight, by the way, I'm patenting that name so nobody else can take it because it's absolutely genius. Then again, I was thinking about it. The WWE wouldn't want to use it because I'm sure that movie is owned by Turner Things, and then that would be TNT. But AEW, feel free to use that bad boy. Miracle on 34th Street fight. Do my kids even know what I'm talking about right now? Kind of. Yes, I have not made them watch that movie. Why? Because it's boring as sin. I know you're not supposed to say that because it's a holiday classic, but that movie is like watching, what did that YouTuber say? Like watching the floor dry. Or like watching the wall dry or watching the floor dry. That was from RuPaul's Drag Race, actually, yes. Yeah, Miracle on 34th Street, not as exciting as RuPaul's Drag Race. Sorry. Cover girl. All right, so anyway, we got this street fight. It's freaking terrible. It's terrible. Keith Lee, Drew McIntyre, and Sheamus wins. And they let Lee get the pin. Ooh, massive push coming now. But Sheamus and McIntyre are arguing in the middle of the ring. Dissension during Christmas? Do 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 do. The writing is terrible and this show stinks. All right. Have a merry, merry Christmas. And yes, feel free to listen to that Hannibal Lecter part again because it was dope. I think I'm going to start doing stuff like that more, especially on these things about Raw, because this thing is painful. How painful? Childbirth painful. Do I know what childbirth feels like? No. No, I don't. Oh, yeah. My youngest child saying she looking forward to the pain of childbirth, meaning she gonna have a baby. I don't know how that's gonna happen since I'm never gonna allow a boy to touch her. I'm just kidding. That's not. Concentrate on Cuphead, kid. Concentrate.
What is happening?
Never boring. All right. Thanks a lot. This is Stephen Platinum. Ho, 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 your friend in wrestling with Platinum versus Raw.